Hey YouTube, Sam here. Well, we're working on the '02 Buick Rendezvous, and it's got a really bad oil leak, and I need to change the oil in it anyway, so I'm going to try some snake oil and see how it works, or doesn't probably, but regardless, if I'll slow it down and do even part of what it says, that might get me further until I can figure out and diagnose where it's leaking. So the tools you'll need, you're going to need a 15mm socket or just wrench, whatever you want. Either will work. I just find this easier. A way to get your oil filter off. Now this is probably the easiest way to do it, but I actually did do it with this one the first time. I was able to get that up on there, but it would be easier to do it with one of these. I just got stupid and forgot I even had those, to be honest. But these different sizes, that one will kind of do it all, but sometimes these ones just get you on the back of it instead of having to be around the side, which was a little bit difficult. But these ones can different sizes as far as your oil filter. Your oil filter, I did that before in another video. My oil filter, the one I put on, was completely different size than the one I took off, even though it was the same oil filter. It was made for that car. It was just a different brand. So anyway, that's going to vary in size, so I can't really tell you what size to use on yours. But as far as that one, that'll work with most all of them, smaller ones. You'll need another one for the first thing we're going to do is climb down here underneath the car. First thing you're going to do is put it up on jack stands. However you want to do, you are responsible for your own safety. I have ramps and jack stands because I don't trust ramps. Told that story already. Then you're going to find the oil pan right here, and right at the back of that there's going to be a bolt. You're going to take a 15mm socket and wrench, or wrench, whatever you want, and undo the bolt. Then we're just going to go ahead and pull that out and hope. I'm going to put this a little bit here. You want to kind of hold it and push it in as you're turning it until you feel it kind of come loose. But it's a long bolt. Okay, now it's loose. Pull it out. Now you are going to get a little bit dirty. This doesn't look horrible. Don't see any metal stuff on here. Then I'm just going to pop the cap off here, and that'll allow some air to go in. Now you could do this before, but I find it actually works better after you undo the bolt. Just kind of gives you a little bit more time to pull that bolt out before things start rushing out. Then I always stick that right there. That way I can't close the hood, because it won't latch if this is sticking here, or sometimes I'll stick it here or something where it'll interfere with the hood closing, because you don't want to forget that. Let that kind of finish dripping there. Doing all right. Go ahead and stick the bolt back in and snug it up. Now, do not reef on these. They do not need a ton of oomph. You just got to get them tight, and then give them a bit of a oomph until it stops, and you're good. You can always go back later and reef on it more if you find you are having a leak there. Now, orientate yourself there. That's the back of the car, is that direction. Oil pan here, and if you go directly up here into this hole, you will see there is your oil filter. You're going to take your wrench. Definitely, this one's actually pretty nice because it's sitting forward, or sitting kind of down at an angle, so hopefully a bunch of oil won't come completely draining out of there. I like these ones that tend to twist. Holy cow, this may be where my leak's coming from. You gotta be kidding me. I'm wondering, look at that, that was not even tight on there. I am really wondering if this could be where a lot of my leak was coming from. I really hope so. That would be a super easy fix. I'm going to put that back on and kind of clean a bunch of this stuff up. I'm not going to show that to you, but normally you would take this out. Make sure you have a pan down below. Not that you can see it, but there's a pan down there. and just, you know, stick it inside the pan. Make sure you have a pan underneath where you are, because this is always going to leak some. And stick it in there, put your new one on. Simple as that. Deal is, I want to put this back on because I'm going to try and clean this up. I'm going to go ahead and hose some of this down and clean it up. Next thing you should know, with any oil filter or any oil change you do, you want to take your oil filter and stick your clean finger into your clean oil, and you want to kind of rub it around the edges of your gasket here so that it lubes it up, basically. So when you stick it on, you're not rubbing this dryly. It just kind of helps seal it up and everything, and makes the oil seal kind of. I'm not going to go into science because I don't know any science. But then you're going to want to open up your bottle. Now this is a one I have laying around. I'm not actually using it right now. This is just for demonstration purposes only. Anyway, take your oil, and you're going to want to do it upside down and dump that in there. And you want to fill it up most of the way. Now, if your oil filter is totally sideways or practically upside down or something like that, not just straight up, you might want to fill it, you know, half the way up. But you'll fill it up and kind of let it sit there for a while. It'll drain down a little bit, and you're going to lose some out, and then you're going to want to put it on. That way, when you do your first startup, it's not completely dry of oil. Just something you want to do with every oil change. This video did not turn out the way I planned it. It's going to be kind of a spliced together video. Hopefully this works out, and you can get some information out of it. Alright, this is Sam, Jack of all, Master none, you all, over here. You all have a good one.